Hello and welcome to this video. It's been a while since the last interview I did about Jackpot, so this time we're going to take a look at a European team, Spark, which you might know because one of its members is that SRB2 dude, or just Dude, one of the most known Splatoon content creators and renowned Splatoon veteran since the first game. So if you're an active watcher of Dude's content and been wondering who those other four weird people are that he's playing with sometimes, this video will teach you everything about Spark, their story, goals, achievements, and many questions that you sent me on Twitter. Did you know Spark before this video, and would you like to see more of them doing content just like Dude? Answer in the comments. But just a quick disclaimer, this video was recorded a while ago, so it's possible that small sections are outdated, but most of it is still very up to date. So now let's get into it.
Right, hi, my name's Channo. I'm the new guy. I play sloshers and wiper, and I feed a lot, and I like to fight things and go for kills. My previous teams that I was on before I joined Spark, I was on Snowpoint for about a year, and Backlink Gaming and Fruxton.
Hi, I'm Dude, or also known as the SRB2 Dude. I'm a comp player, have been since 2015, once UK champ, Genesis 6 champ, and a bunch of other LAN event champions as well. The weapons I play, usually long range, but I can play flex, so I've played things like 96, Squeezer, H3. My last team that I was on was Team Olive, and that was probably the longest team that I've been on.
Hi, I'm Johnny. Most people might know me for playing Junior. Nowadays, I'm more a bit of a slave to the meta, playing a lot of Splash. I've always been a support player, like going way back, even in my last team, which was Reflection. So yeah, I've been on the same thing for quite a long time, playing the same role here in Spark now.
Hey, I'm Nebula. Most people would have known me for playing Nautilus back in Splatoon 2, but in Splatoon 3 I've been kind of flexing around a lot, and right now I'm on Splash. The last team I was on was Arctic Moon, which is where some of my best results were from before Spark.
Hi, my name's Takimi. I have literally only played 52. That's all I'm good at. And I have not really done anything before being here. First time playing at high level.
So I played in a pickup in Super Jump 2, which was one of the last online majors of Splatoon 2 with Takimi, Spore, and Lux. And at that time I wasn't in Splatoon competitive, but I wanted to come back, and I basically said to Takimi, like, I wanted to make a team with Takimi, or at least see if we could make a project. And I wanted to make it UK based, since if Nintendo events came up, like the UK and European Championship that are going to happen now, we'd be able to play in them. So Dude was one of the people I originally asked to play with me and Takimi, and he said he would be willing to try it out. And then it took a bit for us to think of a fourth, and then we got Express as that fourth. And then we ended up asking, would it be better for us to have 5, just schedule-wise? We said, yeah. Tried out Johnny. He fit well with us, got Johnny in. And then now, obviously, fast forward, we have Channo on board as well. So it was kind of just building a UK super team, effectively, was what I tried to do.
I think we're missing the way arc here, to be honest.
The way? Yeah, true. That's from my perspective. That's
from Nebula's perspective, yeah. So, more from my end, myself and Takimi, we had a pickup with Express and Ninja for a kind of unofficial UK Champs tournament called Splat Reunion, which was kind of like a return to UK lands in a way, which happened August 2022. So yeah, our pickup won that LAN, and for me that was kind of like where I first familiarized myself, at least with Takimi, playing with him. Express I'd known from teams before, but yeah, for me that was like the start of the Spark roster.
So yeah, that core of 3 was already built there before this came a thing.
I don't have anything to add. I kind of just know. These guys. So.
Yeah, we all, at least for me, I know everyone here through like different ways and different timings.
Yeah.
So it's all on like a individual level rather than we all first came together.
Yeah.
As a team.
Me, I did.
You wish.
Yeah, I really like the Zapfish and electricity, and then they just knew that I liked that, so they named the team after that. knowing that I would join like 9 months down the line.
Of course.
Yeah,
it was all for
we
Channo.
had it all prepared.
True story, actually.
Yeah.
I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone here, but I think it was Express who suggested the name first. We were brainstorming some ideas because we started playing together in August 2022, like even before Splatoon 3 came out, and then that's like we also decided to become a team before Splatoon 3 as well. And we had some names going around, and Spark was one of them. And then the way the branding developed, I had an idea of like a spark being an idea, and then a light bulb coming up. And then Shy, who did our logo and graphics and stuff, he did a really good job. But kind of just us going back and forth with him, exchanging ideas. And Shy was the one who thought of the Zapfish because they're in light bulbs anyway, by default. So that was a cool way to tie it into Splatoon.
Also, our Zapfish in our light bulb is called Sparky. He's our mascot.
I forgot about that.
Where's
I
that
didn't-
come from?
how
I did not hear about this. What?
Like what I kind of thought was like the spark was such a big spark the bulb exploded is what I thought. So originally it was like the bulb exploding, but these guys will call me cringe for that. So namely Johnny and Takimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chew it.
Chew it.
Or last resort, actually. If you count not
Ooh.
UK. If you count not UK.
I want to
then-
speak a bit about Chewits because if you ask me like for my most favorite team that's not us in the Splat community, I'd say Chewits. But if you ask me the team I hate the most in the Splat community that's not like, you know, out of any team, I'd say Chewits. Like the rivalry between the two teams has been around like even since before both teams existed because all the players have known each other in the UK scene for like such a long time. So yeah, like all the members of both teams are familiar with each other and we've always had a big rivalry and it's going to be exciting to see how that develops with UK champs coming up as well.
Yeah, and I also like was a part of that original project that ended up becoming Chewits, and I was a coach of them for some time. So like personally they're all my really good friends as well. So now we're going to be fighting each other at the top of the UK scene for hopefully a long time, so all of those matches will be very good.
Yeah.
Me and Johnny
then,
have a 100% win rate on LAN against them as well. So
It's true.
and then I'm just the opposite end of the spectrum where I've literally never beaten them in a tournament ever, and I've played against them like 3 or 4 times at this point. So I just want to beat them because then I can say I beat them.
5th time's the charm.
5th time is the charm, yeah. I mean, you know, you guys lost to them in Splat UK's champs qualifiers without me, so now we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I went winless against a UK team was like 3 years ago against the Anxiety Sirens, and then I finally managed to beat them, and that same tournament was the one they disbanded in, so I guess I'm hoping Chewits don't follow that plotline, but you never know.
They are disbanded.
True.
Technically.
That's true, they never did actually officially come back, did they?
Yeah.
are they too scared?
What's that called? So, how do I answer? Basically, our last player, Espressi, left after we played in Riot. What's it called again? Well, after we played in Full Wipe, and yeah, that was, you know, we kind of saw that happening because they weren't playing as much previously, so it's just like we could kind of see it coming. So, we then had to like look and explore like different options of like who would be like a solid UK player that would fit with us and work with us pretty well. And you know, in my mind, personally, I was just like straight up Channo because like he's in like super really, I can't even use English. What the heck? He's a really good player, and you know, he's a solo queue friggin' warrior, and I'm just like 100% if this guy was on a team and we could like merge him to actually play well in a team, then he'll do bits. So that was in my mind like straight away, like if we was to pick up any player, because like I think he's like the only player like right now has like 3,000 in X battles. So I'm just like, okay, well at least in the UK as far as I'm aware. So but I mean that was just my thinking. I'm not too sure about what my teammates think, but yeah, that's just, I was just like, okay, just pick up Channo, he's sick, so.
Yeah, I remember I said like I said, if we are gonna get a fifth, because like obviously we had to consider whether we could go on as four or whether we want five, and then eventually we went to the fifth, obviously. But I said if we're gonna get a fifth, I want like one of these two players, and Channo was one of them, like immediately. So literally the only thing that would have been a question mark is just how easy Channo is to work with, and in tryouts it was just extremely easy in terms of giving feedback, Channo giving it to us, and just discussing how we want to play the game, what we need to do to get better at it. It was just very simple and no like hassle. So we knew like long term that's what we need.
I mean, it's a pretty decent atmosphere, I'd say. The general goal is just to improve and then win in the future. I think all of us have a shared short-term goal of winning UK championships, which is very important for our growth. And yeah, I just feel like since I've joined the team, like some teams I've had in the past haven't had the greatest atmosphere and like striving to actually improve as a team. But I feel like these guys actually want to improve both as individuals and as a team in the long term and the short term.
It's different. I'll definitely say that it's very different because it's like, in terms of what I've been used to since I've been playing, like I played like comp from 2015 to 2019, and then my old team disbanded, so I was basically out of it for like a whole 3 years. I mean, I played like little tournaments with pickups here and there, but like not like too often. So, I think with me, it's just like, it's just trying to feel comfortable and like feel like that I can like play in a competitive environment with other like comp players too. I think like, I don't know. It's really odd. It's just like, it's hard to like feel 100% comfortable because I've been so used to like less than 10 playing with like less than 10 players. So it's just like trying to merge myself back into it and like playing with different people and like playing with a new generation and thing. I mean, I thought like that's something I'm still trying to get myself used to, but it's been working out well. In terms of like working together, like obviously I have played for a long time, so like there are definitely a lot of things where I see that I will like coach my team to be like, okay, we should probably we definitely need to watch for this and not mess up on basic stuff like this, because this is how we can easily win games in many different scenarios and all that. So yeah, I guess it's just like being a comp player for so long, I definitely hold a lot of experience that I can at least bring to my team and help them, and hope that we can use that to like improve and become a top team once I was in before. So okay, so I can answer this. So the first thing is that I'm not pro Chara. That's like the first thing. So yeah. So, you know, when it comes to like my team and my content or anything like that, like I am content creator first. I have been one for like at least 11 years, and you know what I decided to do with my content is, you know, personally what I decide to do. And you know, I think for myself too, it would be much easier to be like, I'm doing this with my team, or we're doing this and we're doing that. Mainly if most of my team did content. Well, not a lot of them actually do. They don't make videos they don't make videos basically. So it's just like, it's harder to like bring that kind of like merge the narrative together to be like, all right, I'm playing this tournament with my team and we're doing this and that. You know, that I feel like that needs to be established first, and then I can actually bring stuff like that. In terms of like doing like tournaments or anything like that, like at the same time, it's kind of weird for me to do a content based around that, like only that, because you know, it's something that I used to do before in Splatoon 1 and 2, where it was just like, okay, I'll just upload a tournament VOD and that's it. But in my mind, I don't feel like, at least for my channel, that is enough to do anymore. Like it's fun to watch for sure, but like from in the terms of where I want to bring my content, I'm trying to base it on a bunch of, like I'm probably gonna go on for like years talking about this, but like there's like certain things that I don't enjoy creating. I don't know, that's not what I want to say, but like I don't know. It's really hard to explain this. It's just like there's so much behind it. I don't know. Yeah.
Me.
He stole my answer.
I guess I'll say just being able to work past issues in a good way. Like it's something. I'll elaborate, but it's something that seems very simple, but I think it's the downfall of a lot of teams, especially with less experience, where either once they hit big losses or just roadblocks, maybe role clashes or slump, something like that, they're not able to get through it and have the maybe like tough discussions they need to move forward and get the eventual improvement spike from that. But anytime, because we've had some disappointing results, but anytime we have those, there's something good to come out of it, and that definitely wouldn't happen if it wasn't for how we just handled how we speak about the game.
Yeah, I just want to say I totally agree with what Nebula says. Like every time we do have kind of an underwhelming tournament or even scrim, there's always a discussion after, and we always find something to work on, and we always, you know, try and work out what our priorities are in terms of the next goals. And I guess another strength is flexibility. Like we're all very comfortable on a few different weapons. Like we might not necessarily show it in the comps that we run, but we're all very open to learning new weapons and moving with the meta, which I think is a massive strength for a team who wants to win.
One day they're gonna let me play Sniper Rider 5H. One day.
And he says this almost every day we play, by the way.
One day they'll let me play it once.
Sniper Rider 5H.
It's underrated. That's all I'm gonna say.
And some of us scream on LAN also, which is very fun.
Yeah, on LAN we're different.
Me.
That one I agree
this
with.
This is actually true, because this guy goes to bed at 9 p.m.
Oh, I think it's at 9 every day. On the dot. Nuts.
That's another
That's our
joke.
screen time, dude.
Yeah, we've all been there. A couple years down the line, he doesn't have a bedtime. We'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, I know. It's happened before in several weeklies where we get to top 6, top 3, have to get a sub in almost every time.
Yes, I swear there was one paddling pool where you guys had to have like 3 different subs at one point.
Yeah, we
That
had
actually wasn't my fault.
we had a roster of like 6 or 7 for that tournament. I think for the whole
That was
day.
the one tournament I actually stayed the whole time for.
No, to be fair, no, I have something to add. What I said about flexibility earlier can be a bit of a downfall. It feels like we're having discussions about like comp changes a lot, which obviously can be a good thing, but sometimes it does happen too much and we're too quick to abandon old ideas to adopt new ones, which can sometimes hinder improvement a bit. So, you know, flexibility is good, but sometimes, you know, those conversations come a bit too quickly, I feel like. Am I allowed to count away with Splat Reunion? Because that was like 3 of the initial Spark roster. For me, then it's definitely Splat Reunion, both the online qualifier and especially the LAN tournament. Because we played, so it was a top 4 double Elim bracket. We played 3 matches, all of them we won 3-2, which was insane. It's like the most hype tournament run ever. And the fact that it was on LAN with Express, Takimi, and Ninja, it was like one of the best tournament experiences ever.
And I will say, I wasn't playing that event, but I was there as a spectator. The atmosphere in that room, tiny LAN event, but everyone just screaming every match. It was so hype.
Yeah, it was so fun. I loved just screaming at map.
It was a very good first LAN impression for me, and I think Johnny.
I have been to a LAN before, actually. I'm older than you.
All right, fair enough. Then. It was a good first LAN impression for me.
I'll say for myself, in terms of how we played, then the first InkTV Resurgence League qualifier, I think was a step up to what we had done previously. So
What did we do then?
Eliminating us then also. But
Oh,
yeah, we had
I remember.
yeah, we had Chris subbing in as well because the dude's internet was like messing up on that day.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So like
That's why
the
we played so well.
circumstances weren't great, but we definitely did a really good job. In terms of win because we won it, then UK and Ireland Splat League for me.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
was in December, which was UK and Ireland League with 32 teams that ran across 2 months, and then we ended up winning that. And our playoffs run was very convincing. So yeah.
That one's tough.
I'll go first. I mean, probably just Resurgence League again with the caliber of teams there, but I still do think we've yet to show what we're capable of properly. So those results will come, I think.
No, you've forgotten the money. The second.
Oh, Harvest!
Davis
Oh,
England.
oh,
Money.
okay, that was a good run. That was pretty good. Harvest Inklings Tournament, HIT.
Number 2.
Yeah. Pronunciations.
Oh, big
We
time.
got-
Not
Second in one.
We got second.
900 euros.
Yeah,
come on.
we got second and 900 euros, so that effectively. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna change my answer. But yeah, we got second and 900 euros, which effectively funded part of our full wipe trip.
Yeah.
And now I just remembered full wipe, so yeah, full wipe's my favorite tournament.
Yeah, in terms of tournament experience, full wipe beats like all of them. Like the result was not the best, and it was a bit of a rocky tournament run. But in terms of the games and the hype and and all of that, like that is the best like tournament experience, I would say.
Does anyone else want to go?
I'd say our consistency. Just our general consistency as a team needs to just be, better, I think. Because I feel like, I don't know, there's a few holes that like go fast, and there are some things that we probably talk about, and then we say we gotta do this, we're gonna do that, and we say we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and then sometimes it slips through those cracks, and it's just like, okay, well, we have to now talk about that again. So but the thing is, we can do it, we just have to actually be consistent enough to actually do it too. So I know we can, we just have to do it. So just not be just be consistent, more consistent.
Yeah, no, I think it's just gonna take a lot of work from us. We're definitely, as Dude said, we're definitely capable of doing it, but I know Chewits Mafia especially are going to be really hungry for it. If Pink Pixies get a lineup, they're going to be hard as well. And other teams, like Flying Dutchman gave us a rough set, which was not good from our end, but yeah, it's just going to take work from us. Like, we have some in-game things to fix out, and we probably always will, but yeah, I think that we'll win that event.
The win is coming. I believe.
Yes. Okay. I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, I'm saying the same.
Because
don't like a lot of
I
maps.
used to just answer with Anchovy Games and Splatoon 2, but now that we're in Splatoon 3 and that's not here, I just don't know what to say.
I was gonna say, in terms of a favorite map, in this game it's hard to pick one, but in terms of a map that like us as a team really like playing, it's Wahoo. Like, even though Wahoo's not a great map, I swear we always win there.
Oh, Wahoo's
And we
awesome.
always know how to play it properly. And it's just such a good map for us as a team.
You know what, I'll say Wahoo World because it's a theme park also, and I love theme parks. So, yeah,
Did you
Wahoo
say
World.
just Splatoon 3?
Yes. Well, in it.
Inkblot Mako. Literally any game from Splatoon 2 that they brought back to Splatoon 3.
I kind of like Museum. I feel like when I've played Museum in tournaments, I've done pretty good there. And out of the maps that have returned from Splatoon 1 so far, it definitely feels like my favorite out of the bunch.
I'd say out of the new S3 ones, unironically, Mincemeat Zones is pretty good.
No.
Unironically.
Unironically.
Listen, it's
He
not
is-
good, but we know how to play it.
Or the debate in the YouTube comments is going to be.
Oh.
Genuinely, make Mincemeat Zones best
Wait.
Splatoon 3 exclusive map mode. I'm saying it. I've said it.
What's Dude's one? What's Dude's favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
The right answer.
I don't know. For me, it's just that this is just a personal thing for me. It's just I don't have favoritism. Like I don't. It's hard for me to say why I have a favorite for one thing and compared to something else. So it's just like it's hard to be just to be like this is the favorite, you know. So I don't know. I don't have reason for why one thing is my favorite or not.
More splash.
I need missiles to come back.
No, we're not spreading your missile propaganda in this interview. You need to stop talking.
To good again.
Honestly, with me, it's just that I would love it if we could remove splash and machine and not play with any of those weapons, because I feel like the meta would just be like I feel like the amount of weapons that are there would just open up, where it's just like not those two weapons are so dependable to have on a team. I mean that's just my take, but you know, I hate those two weapons. They suck.
Yeah.
And we have to have two splashes and a machine in our comp at all times.
When I wasn't on Splash, which was up until very recently, I hated playing against Crab and wanted it to be deleted. Now, I play Splash and it's quite fun, at least right now. So, I don't hate it as much, but being on the other end without having that counterpart is not the best. So, I don't like... Crab annoys me. It's my answer. But...
I think in spot comps, we've always had like one like non-meta pick or a bit out there pick, like 52, 96, Squeezer, like Naught as well for a long time, something along those lines. We've always had something in the comp that makes it a bit different, but I think we need the other meta weapons around to kind of enable whoever that player is in the comp.
But why play double splash machine something else when you can play double splash double machine and win even more? Like, that's why we need to bring back K-Shot from S2.
I hope Nogami
No.
comes.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah, that's what the game needs. The game needs a hard reset.
Nice to see a splatter shot.
That's what
We do not condone Takemi's public speakings here. That is
Yeah,
his and his alone.
He doesn't speak for everyone on the team.
The public tries to silence me.
God, watch them bring out 52 with like point sensor missile, and then Takemi's just celebrating for the rest of his
This
life.
guy will be
Yes,
floating
please. Yes,
in the mouth.
please.
I mean, if that happens, that just means you have to sit back and paint our spawn for the entire game, and you're going to be AFK and just hate your life. So
I love it. I was a DJ fan. You think I won't like that?
no,
I like a K-shot though.
Yeah, either. And any missile.
as someone who one-tricked missile weapons for a year, like it's fun because you're playing the game on easy mode, but no, I don't want to.
I love it. Also, bring back humpback zones.
The bad takes just keep coming.
If you haven't noticed, this is our troll.
Oh,
Everything I've said is a genuine opinion.
That's also true.
Something I'll say that I actually like about the current meta is the fact that with the most recent patch especially, it feels like it's opening up a bit more. Because now we're seeing Ballpoint get picked, we're seeing Inkjet be a bit more viable. There's going to be new weapons coming out in a couple weeks, so hopefully that will make it so that the meta is even more diverse. So I feel like as we're going on in the game's lifespan and more weapons are getting released, more patches are coming out, the game's becoming a lot more diverse. Whereas like 6 months ago, you literally had to run double splash at all times, machine, and then usually a second machine or another Slayer weapon, and you kind of didn't have a choice. Whereas now, like, it's still very restricting, but you at least can change a couple things and get away with it.
I don't have a bad weapon.
Says the 52 one trick.
I don't have one either, honestly.
You haven't
want me to play
played
Tenebra,
much
I'll
Junior.
Doesn't
it.
have one.
I'll play
I know.
Sniper, I play X-Wall.
Dude is just the best, so I would literally put Dude on any weapon.
I'd say undercover Brella, because that weapon just doesn't exist.
Anything that can't paint, I need to be able to paint the floor quickly. Otherwise, I struggle to do anything. If it's not a Junior or Splash or Zap or even Nova, I can't do much with it. I would need like maybe 3 years to learn how to use it.
I do have one actually. I stink at Mini.
Oh, that's a shame. Mini's a good weapon.
That's because it can paint. That's a good point. That's the only one I can think of that I am actually not the best at.
I would change the kits of Splashomatic and Slosher Machine. to not being burst bomb and crab and fizzy bomb, or just it could have fizzy bomb, but just not booyah bomb. And I would also nerf the weapon's hit radius too, slash the machine's hit radius. I don't want that. And I would revert the Splash-O-Matic's special back to Zipcaster, which it looked like it was originally going to have, but then we got,
This.
they took that away from us. So, but yeah.
I would put Chara and whoever else he wants to bring onto the Nintendo map design team.
Oh wow!
And allow them to rework stuff, because the video he did on reworks, I was like, I would be happy to be play on any of these designs.
Put me on the reworks.
Oh god, no!
Keep him away! Keep him away!
If you did the reworks, all the maps would just be the biggest spawn in the world, and then mid's just nothing, and you're just painting your metal.
It would be a massive circle. It would be a circle. That is his ideal map.
That's what Humpback Zones was, and that was a perfect map.
Every angle would max out at max 52 range.
Yeah, you are right. My one change though would be 180p K shot.
Oh my god!
Not joking.
Oh,
They need.
I'll give an actual answer. My one thing I'd add to the game is Sploosh 7 with a really fun Rainmaker kit, because I miss playing Sploosh 7 so much. It was so fun. Just throw your Splat Bomb at the Rainmaker shield, pop your hammer to fight people. Obviously we won't get hammer, we'll probably have like Trizuka instead, but that's still going to be fun. And that was just the most fun I ever had playing Splatoon 2, just playing Sploosh 7 in Rainmaker, even in solo queue, that was fun for me. And I just wanted to come back.
I would play the Squeezer because it's just wool, and yeah, that's the only thing that really makes it. It's an accurate weapon with a wool. I like that.
This is a tough one.
Oh, he's gonna say no.
No. People would expect me to say no, but like, why would I want to? I don't want to. I don't want to play that thing in this game. With the matchups it has.
People would expect me to say Junior, and I am absolutely going to say Junior. I have been in love with that weapon for so long. If it came down to it and I only had to choose one weapon to keep playing for the rest of my time in comp, I think I would have to go back to it and stick with it forever.
I would say Sploosh, but that's not really a good decision when you have to play all modes. So my actual answer would probably be Wiper, because that weapon, it's just really fun to play. It feels like it has quite a high skill ceiling, and it's got Ultra Stamp too, which is a big win for me.
I'll say Splattershot Pro, and I won't elaborate.
I'll say 52, and that's an obvious answer. I think we run a 4-man roster without Nebula.
I was gonna say, if anything was viable, because like our last answers definitely took into account like the state of the game currently, but if anything was viable, I would love to play Blasters again.
Whoa.
Probably Rapids. Yeah, I'll play Rapid.
Whoa. Put me on Doolies.
Keep me on 52.
And keep Dude on Squeeze. I know he said it, but...
Yeah, Zones Wahoo.
Zones anything. Literally just Zones anything. Give us a Zones only tournament.
Yeah, we need to play more Zones on. But yeah, I think especially on Wahoo, like I genuinely can't remember time in like the last 2-3 months where we lost Zones Wahoo, because I don't know, the map just works for us, the mode works for us, we know how to play it well, and the map kind of encourages the style of play that we go for on Zones. So yeah, that's probably our best map mode.
Zones. I love Zones. Not true.
I would say Clams, both playing and watching. It's a lot more balanced and a lot more fun to watch as well.
I think Clams is fun to watch too. I don't know. I feel like Clams and Rainmaker basically up there when it comes to like a viewing experience.
I think Rainmaker was much more fun to watch in the last game, but it's way better to play in this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Zones is the best to play, and I actually think TC is the best to watch, because the amount of coordination that the top teams use is very good to watch.
World Champ.
World Champs.
Okay, I was gonna answer last and say that, but yeah, winning World Champs.
I'd say either placing high or possibly winning EC would be very good.
Yeah, I think for long-term improvement, we have the right people in the team and we have the right mindset to stick together and do that for a long time. Like so far in this team, like, you know, we've not had the best results so far, but we're always improving, and we always know kind of what our next goal is. So we definitely have the right mindset to be the best.
If I don't win world champs, I'm quitting the game.
But you didn't say on your first try, so you got to keep going.
Oh, well, there you go then.
And if you quit the game, that means you can never win world champs. So you got to at least, you know, keep playing the game until you win. So yeah, I don't really have much. I have a Twitter account. It's at Channo_SPL if you want to follow me there. I also have one of the world's smallest YouTube channels ever, where I get like 20 views per video, where I upload some pickup scrim footage mainly. So if you want to watch that, the link is in my Twitter.
You can find me at the SWT Dude on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. It's the same handle, but you could also just type in Splatoon Dude and you'd probably find me there too. You can pretty much find me anywhere and doing something about Splatoon 3.
Yeah, you can find me at Johnny_SPL on Twitter and also on Twitch. I'm not active on Twitch, but the return is coming. I swear, one day I will stream again on Twitch. So yeah.
Yeah, I am on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, which is just at NebulaSPL, and that's pretty much it for me.
Oh, thank God.
SPL on twitch.tv. I need the money. That's all I'm saying.
To be fair, Takemi's streams are always entertaining. You should watch.
Takemi streams are very funny, especially with his Breath of the Wild ones that he's done.
Yeah, it's content. It's absolute content. That's all. That's the only word for it.
Word of advice for watching Takemi: don't take him seriously, and it's very fun.